should be off now. Alright, we're good to start. Alright, and welcome back to a somewhat delayed episode of Spur of the Moment. Been meaning to do one a little bit earlier, but busy with all the quarantining and whatnot. And welcome back to Spur of the Moment. This is, what do you guys want to do for like the intro card? Because I know like the initial one of like the hottest, dumbest, coldest, blah 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 blah, that take is it's a little long. It's a little long of an intro.
Yeah, I think you could just say your hot takes or something.
Okay, sure, yeah.
It's time for some nuclear takes.
Yeah, we're gonna drop some real
Fuck
takes.
your toss. I'm coming in.
Alright. So welcome back to Spur of the Moment, episode 6 now with pictures. To start with, we're gonna go into the initial breaking news. America is slightly racist. And the reasoning behind this is, the first picture I have is a tweet from our wonderful president, Donald J. Trump. The United States will be powerfully supporting those industries like airlines and others that are particularly affected by the Chinese virus. We will be stronger than ever before. Now,
How's
I
that
guess,
racist?
well, because he's calling it the Chinese virus, even though
from
it's
China, dog.
When everybody knows it's actually a U.S. bioweapon.
Ooh.
No, so obviously it's like
hats
it's not
on.
And they're
technically. It's
trying to
technically
exterminate the Chinese again, just like when they tried to exterminate the North Koreans by dropping the bubonic plague on them.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
real, look it up.
All right, so obviously, like it's so technically yes, it's technically not wrong to say it's a Chinese virus because it originated from Wuhan, but like it's not okay to call it like the Chinese virus, right? That just perpetuates the racism.
What?
Wait, I mean the ignorant all like why would it be? I don't know, dude. Like the ignorant will always just be racist.
Yeah, like,
you can't do anything.
If somebody was not already predisposed against the Chinese, calling it the Chinese virus would not suddenly turn them into the, oh my god, them fucking Chinese, oh man, this is the last straw. No.
Yeah, but like it doesn't
if
look
somebody
good.
hated the Chinese before, they're just gonna keep hating the Chinese and they'll be like, them damn Chinese
That's
fuck
why
virus
the
over
only
here.
real way to solve racism in America is to colonize it.
Ooh.
Jesus. Okay, so I guess
How
there's
can
two.
how can you be a supremacist when you're colonized?
Okay, so there's 2 points I want to piggyback off of that. Then the first one being that because he is the president of America, like it is somewhat a representation of America from the world, like global perspective, right? If even the president's like, yeah, this Chinese virus, it doesn't look great on like all of America as a whole. To be fair, we've been like a laughingstock for like the last 10 years.
It's just the real it's just the real opinions of the American people coming out.
Ooh.
I mean,
true.
that's probably not false.
That's why
I
he
won't
was
deny that one.
elected.
The second thing I want to bring up about this is like, it would there be more backlash if it was like a different, like let's say a different scenario, right? If it was like some disease that started in Europe and he called it the Caucasian virus or like the white virus.
The white
Or, like,
toy
the
virus.
virus. Like I'm just saying, right?
As
Like
funny as that would be, I don't think that would ever happen.
I
though.
mean, why did that? I'm almost convinced that whoever is on Donald Trump's phone doing his fucking Twitter has like auto-corrected from Corona to Chinese somehow. Like someone just like
The white
pranked him.
toy virus.
Yeah, but like I'm just saying, like for the most part, like most people don't give a shit when he says shit like this because for the most part, Asians kind of, or I don't know, like have to hear this and be like, yeah, well, whatever. It's just he messed up.
Dude, it's because we're not so easily offended. Like, who cares?
That
like,
too.
Literally, who cares?
I feel like maybe it's because we live in California. Like it might be that
Dude,
case,
the only
but...
people who care are like the American Chinese that are like hyper whitewashed.
Oh,
like,
you right.
I don't know, dude. Like,
Dude,
who
like
cares?
the actual
Was it-
fucking China ass people. If you're like, yo, you fucking that Chinese virus going around, it's crazy, man. They'll just be like, yeah, you know.
They'll be like,
it's
yeah,
pretty
but,
dangerous.
too bad America sucks and they can't do it.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I'm worried about my grandma at home or something. Like they would not even fucking blink. It would
Dude.
just. Whoosh.
Now
they
they're
don't
like,
they don't care.
Now they're like, I'm worried about my cousin in America.
Yeah. Yeah, in China, they're like, ooh,
Yeah, actually, no,
I don't know if my
cases in China have
my
been-
cousin's studying in America. I don't know.
China's
She might
cases have been
die.
steadily been getting better. Like Wuhan had to close like the last emergency hospital, so for the most part, it's getting better over there.
Dude,
Yeah, it is.
did you guys see the
They're
fucking?
pretty much done with it.
Did you guys see the statement issued by the Norway government
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
They
they
said.
fucking issued a warning to Norwegian students studying
I
abroad.
can
They're
pull it
like,
up.
if you are currently studying abroad in a country that has poorly developed infrastructure and healthcare, such as America, please return home.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's always savage.
Crewers.
Fucking called out, dude.
Yeah, I can pull up the
Shame,
Straight
man.
right
up,
here.
they're like, for example, the USA, and everyone's like, ooh.
Here, I pulled it up just now on the
Norway,
on the doc.
dude.
If anyone can, if it looks pretty clear. Yeah.
Dude, Norway straight up just fucking calling us out.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
we deserve it, but still.
it's pretty funny. Yeah, that tweet was kind of funny, and I guess that's just. And then I think some of the comments below it are also like,
Hey,
oh,
dude. Hey, it's funny how they're calling us out though, but if you look at them, if you sort them by total cases per million population, they have 248 total cases per million, whereas the US only has 14.
but we have a
So
I think numerically we still have more
Who knows?
infected, right? I mean,
'Cause
the
nobody
percentage.
counts in it.
Yeah. Also, we have no idea what the numbers are actually in
yeah,
America.
we still
dude.
haven't finished counting. That's the thing.
Yeah, because we
But
don't fucking test anyone.
By the time we're done testing,
we
all
don't
we
even.
will have
It's
done
not
all
that
the
we don't
elections.
test anyone. It's that we literally don't have the capacity to test anyone because
Yep,
they
we don't have
don't
any
even
tests.
give any. There's literally
too.
no
We needed
tests.
China to send us tests. Jack Ma has to bring
Yes.
his fucking super
I-
Chinese plane
I-
over and like ship that
I
shit
don't
over to
think
us.
they'll accept it though.
Ooh.
Super ironic if like all the tests from China were all infected with corona and just be like, alright, I guess we all got it now. Alright, but yeah, that was just a slight wee breaking news kind of thing because it happened earlier today. But yeah, we'll move on to
Thanks for
the
the help, Johnson.
real topics.
No problem.
First one I have is does the streaming platform exclusivity make sense? We talked about console exclusivity, which we kind of, I think Jack made a pretty solid case for why it's pretty stupid, but I now kind of ask about streaming platform exclusivity. I understand
I think
it
it
from
makes sense.
I understand it from the perspective of streamers. It's like, oh, this platform is literally paying me to just to literally stream on another platform, but like from a streaming platform perspective, does that make sense for them?
What do you mean from the perspective of the firm?
So initially, like when Ninja did it with Mixer, initially that almost made sense. It was like, oh, Ninja's got a lot of, ideally he has a lot of like followers. He could potentially bring them over to Mixer. Clearly that
That
didn't
was the
happen.
thought.
Yeah, clearly it didn't work. It didn't happen at all. People realized
Obviously not.
people are too lazy to move from Twitch to any other platform. But then now that like Twitch is sort of, now that the market share has started to somewhat even out between Twitch, YouTube, and then everyone else, like, does it make sense to start now buying streamers off of Twitch or like paying streamers to stay on Twitch?
I don't
Because
know,
so the
I
most
mean-
recent one I have examples is Dr. Disrespect. Just recently made his announcement saying he's gonna stay on Twitch, and literally I think he's getting paid more than Ninja was to stay on Twitch.
Well, I mean, like, you know, so it's like competition. So it's, you know, they're gonna go to the highest bidder. So if you don't do anything, then yeah, they will go to someone else. Like, money's
so
money.
a lot of people did stay on Twitch and even though they got offered more money to go on other platforms, and that's all just because like
and then that means they aren't in it for the money.
yeah.
They're like, they're pretty much like, I'd rather smooth
Or
sail.
I'm already
here or
rich enough.
something. That too. I don't know. Like it. I don't know. It literally depends on the person. But if you're like, if you wanted more money, then you know the highest, highest bidder, right? Like, but I guess some people aren't in it for the money.
Yeah, I think
You know, so
that's probably
they don't care about it.
Well,
It's
and
just
that-
one of the things.
that is from like the streamer's perspective, but like from the platform's perspective now.
Well, it's also like, do you think people will actually follow you?
Yeah, though that's a really big question. I would say
Yeah.
like Shroud. I think Shroud had slightly better like follower retention.
It's
than
like an
Ninja did.
analysis of how many of your followers or like your viewers are core viewers, because like switching platforms, you're like shaving it very down. Like the freaking tier 3 subs on Twitch, you know, only those guys will follow you.
And
over
even then, they
Mix.
might not because they spend so much money on Twitch to like you get subs on Twitch.
No, if they're fucking
Nah,
tier
that's-
3, dude,
yeah,
they're
that's
loyal
like-
to you.
nah. Yeah, they're loyal to you. They don't care about the platform.
Okay, I guess.
How much you gotta pay?
And then-
for a
I think
tier
the
And
idea.
three.
then
I think
now
the idea
you're
then, like-
asking, does it make sense for the platforms to like bid out these streamers? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. If,
Sure,
if
why
it's
not?
kind
If
of
they
been-
feel like if it feel like it's
Yeah.
a threat, you know, if it's like,
I
oh
guess- I
yeah,
guess
you know, I don't
Twitch-
want.
it makes sense for like Twitch is now being pressured to keep these streamers on Twitch, but like, if
Well,
it's already
it's
kind of been seen.
marketplace competition. I think the real question here is that do you think anyone can beat Twitch the same way people are trying to come out with fucking Steam clones? That's the real question that everyone wants.
I think Twitch is starting to
know.
lose. It's not like the dominant streaming platform anymore. Not like Omega dominant. It's probably
Really?
In the
still the
U.S.,
first, but close.
I'm pretty sure it still has the largest market
In
share.
the U.S.
right?
probably, but a lot of these platforms now use like global metrics. Like they have to use global metrics to actually compete. So like a lot of the Asian streaming sites.
Twitch made up 75.6% of the live streaming market in the third quarter of 2019.
Wow.
That
is
sounds
this US
pretty
only?
fucking dominant.
I would call that Omega dominant.
Yeah.
This has to be in America only.
That has to
I'm
be.
pretty sure.
That's only American, I think.
I'm pretty sure, but yeah, like in
Still,
America, it's still
76%.
it owns.
I think that's changed in the
Yeah.
last 3 months though, with like a lot of because a lot of the
It's
more
an industry, man.
damaging
It's not gonna
industry.
shift that
Big
quickly.
shift.
a lot of
unless, like,
damaging controversies happened after that report came out.
after that.
Damaging
report.
controversy. Haven't you learned anything, man?
Yeah, good
Damaging controversy equals attention equals
Okay,
more
January-
traffic, not less.
Okay, this one's from January 10th. It has 60. Okay. Actually, no. This one claims that in 2019 it only had 61%, but this is like a Facebook gaming.
That might be pretty biased.
Article. It might be biased.
Yeah, I know.
Still 50 plus.
I know.
Because Facebook gaming here has 8.5% compared to 3% in the other report. So,
Ooh.
and this one is aimed at Microsoft Mixer. So this one's like a Microsoft Mixer versus Twitch.
Yeah,
and
that
yeah,
battle's
that
long
report-
been lost.
Yeah,
for
that
Mixer.
report puts Twitch in a better light than this Facebook versus Twitch. And then YouTube gaming has 27-ish,
Yeah, I
20-ish percent.
I think the prediction is that YouTube gaming will overtake Twitch at some time in the next 5 years or something like that.
I don't know
Probably
about
because just
overtake.
only because it's global.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Because
it's convenient. They've done a very
it's
good
much-
job making it convenient for people who are like, oh, that person I'm subscribed to is streaming. Okay, I guess I'll watch them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
subscriptions are completely free too on YouTube. Like in their sense, their
Yeah,
kind of
monetization's on there,
not-
like join and
Yeah, it's like a
yeah,
follow.
the
on
joint,
Twitch,
their
right?
club thing.
Yeah. But honestly, being subscribed to someone on YouTube is a lot less clunky than being like following someone on Twitch.
Yeah,
That's just been my experience with
Um,
it. Even though sometimes the algorithm fucks up and it doesn't show you all of their uploads or whatever, but you know, smash that bell. Ha 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 ha.
Uh-huh.
yeah, that's a little annoying.
Everybody competing for that bell slot.
Hey, at least they sometimes don't say it verbally anymore, and they just like do the little
With the
animation.
animation, yeah.
I remember.
Like it's better than hearing them say it over and over again.
I remember hearing someone say like, if Patreon were to ever consolidate like their creators' content into a YouTube-esque format to like consume, they could almost like hell over to or be like a competitor for like other content creation hubs.
Wait.
I don't know.
So like
dude.
if like all the people you're subscribed to on Patreon or follow on Patreon, like all their stuff was
you
available.
need to pay though, right?
Well, yeah, that Patreon's whole thing is you offer that content monthly, but like being able to sort through it as if it was like a YouTube subscription.
I don't
list.
know. Nobody
But you need
actually
to pay.
goes onto Patreon, like onto Patreon, besides to like pledge and to update pledges and stuff like that. That has been my experience with Patreon because the rewards and shit, they're just like delivered by email.
Yeah,
So
I mean, for
nobody
like
actually goes on Patreon.
I think because a lot of YouTubers who use Patreon do a lot of video content on there too, right? So
Like
You can
extra
do
stuff
live
to
streaming,
supplement
I think.
things that they're already doing for free.
well, yeah. But yeah, like that was just a thought. It's just a conversation I had previously. It's not a huge thing there, but yeah. Okay, I guess going by the market expectations, it makes sense for all the streaming platform exclusivity. It just when Doc made his
Wasn't
announcement.
it more likely if they formed some kind of like agreement with YouTube to integrate?
For what the
I
Patreon
think
idea?
that makes more sense. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, they don't
Yeah.
Why
have
would
to.
you want to compete against
Well,
YouTube?
it's because the videos that you can't upload the videos onto YouTube, you have to upload them separately. That's why it's on Patreon.
Well, if you integrate it together.
But no, the problem isn't that. The problem is like YouTube won't allow that content to be there, or
Why
just
not?
suppress it. Like, there's no reason to make a agreement when you can just take all of it by just having it on the Patreon, right?
Oh, I get to see he's talking
What?
about like the fucking people who go to Patreon after YouTube starts demonetizing them.
Yeah, primarily
Oh.
that. 'Cause that's like the most recent like exposure I've had to like sort of Patreon, like YouTubers going to Patreon shit like that. But yeah, we
Yeah.
move on to the next topic here.
I don't think
We weren't trolling. egirl.gg is an actual website. I did not.
Say what?
egirl.gg is a real website where you can pay people. We won't just say females. You can pay people to play games with you.
Can?
It is
I
a
thought it
real
was
website.
At a per game rate.
Yeah, and they've
Oh,
got
it's not
tons
bad.
of games. They've got League of
Oh,
Legends,
no,
Who
it's
Overwatch.
not.
knows? Maybe you put in $5 and nothing comes out.
Ooh.
But yeah, no.
Any
I
truers?
thought this was a troll, but this is an actual website, and I'm just. We can have the simp conversation right here, honestly. Like, really?
Why not? Who
Oh,
cares?
why
Who
not,
does
I
this
guess.
affect?
If you're feeling a
does this
little
affect?
lonely,
Simps.
Yeah. While
It only
everyone's
affects
quarantined,
simps.
while everyone's quarantined for the virus, you gotta find some online people to play with.
I'm
Don't it-
sure you could find people to play with for free though, without paying them.
Yeah, just go like onto a community
Just-
Discord or
Just
something.
make friends.
Yeah, dude. Just join in, dude. Don't be awkward and weird and have sweaty palms, you know? And just hey, what's up, guys?
Oh,
Let's play
oh,
some games.
Oh, hello.
Hey guys.
Hey there.
Okay.
You just wanna play some League of Legends? But yeah, no.
Hey, but you have Overwatch selected here.
Oh yeah, no, I remember. I think this was a picture from someone like a Twitter that a tweet that came up.
It's Kia's account.
Yeah.
Look,
Like I
that?
saw
in the
this tweet
top
come up,
right.
and I was
I
just
don't
like,
know. It's that
yeah, on top right.
female right there that says top 500 support main.
Yeah, I remember. 'Cause
Okay.
that's where I pulled this picture from specifically, and I'm just like, it's like this is not something like people are advertising on their Twitter, where it's like, guys, I'm on ego.gg, like, pay to play games with me, and I'm just like, oh my Jesus.
I wish I could be an e-girl.
No, you can
Wait,
you can
you can sign up as a male too.
Yeah,
Ooh.
but I don't think that'll help your sales.
I mean,
What do you mean? Just be like hella, dude. If you're a Giga Chad, dude, I'd play some games with Giga Chad.
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong?
Chad Radar.
True.
But yeah, I just yikes. All right, I guess we can move on from this. There's nothing to talk about, I guess. If no one has anything else to add.
Let's talk about Giga Chad.
Okay, yeah. What was Giga Chad's rate? What is his
Yeah,
rate?
if Giga Chad
It
made
was
an
$10.
dude, wait.
The sniper dude.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah. The other thing is you can sell boosting services in this platform. Like, I don't know if it's like actually they just like straight up allow you to type, "Oh, I'm selling boosting services," you know, like
Wow.
Well, technically,
probably
you're selling like games to play, and then on
Yeah,
top of that, there's like additional stuff going on with it. But
maybe it's like veiled, you know, like
You could
oh
sell the
yeah.
games to play under the guise of, or you could sell boosting services under the guise of we're just playing.
yeah,
Yeah, we're just duo queuing on my Smurf.
yeah. So it's just like that seems like it. I feel like they couldn't possibly ban that because they wouldn't be able to like check it. So yeah, so Giga
Well,
Chad.
yeah,
What does Giga Chad play, Jack?
What?
What does Giga Chad play? What games are you offering
Only single
services
player
in?
games, so you cannot play with him.
True. All right, next
He's too
topic.
good for you.
Alright.
We'll move on to the next one then. Let's talk about Call of Duty Warzone for a little bit, because a couple of us here play it. And I know that... some of
Everyone
us-
just calls the battle royale mode Warzone because
Pretty
they
much.
don't even know that plunder exists.
Yeah, no,
Feels
I
bad.
remember I had to talk to some people earlier and be like, oh yeah, like Plunder seems like a really interesting game mode, and I was like, that's all I've been playing.
Yep.
I think it's because everyone kind of hypes up the battle royale mode,
Because
and
that's
there
what
was
everyone
no,
wants to play.
there's also just like no marketing period about
I don't understand
Plunder.
the appeal of battle royale.
There's one trailer for Plunder.
The appeal for battle royale is I am 1v99 and I'm the best. And
Bro,
then,
you just
Yeah.
hid for the whole fucking game.
well, you still won.
Well-
It says victory right there on my screen.
Oh, it's sort of like the Tarkov rats versus Chad.
Yeah, true.
I'm gonna send
If
If
you're
him.
a rat.
you win, you win.
History is written by the winners.
That's true.
So yeah.
Ugh.
I think I don't know. I feel like that
For
was like
the
the
rats.
initial reason it got so popular. Then people just started I don't know getting frantic over the hype.
Okay, so what exactly do we want to talk about? Are we just like
I guess
talking
we
about it in general?
Yeah, I mean, like, so
Impressions?
you had some thoughts about loadout being like
Impressions.
loadout drops.
Well,
right?
the current meta, I believe, is you just like, try to garner as much money as you can and immediately purchase the loadout box and just drop the loadout. And then like it sort of defeats the purpose of, procuring weapons on the field. Like it sort of, disrupts the essence of a battle royale game. Not that I'm advocating for it anyways, but I'm just saying it's sort of like, I don't know, it
Yeah,
ruins
it's
the
like, what's
original
the point
appeal.
of going to look for weapons and stuff? Well, I'm just gonna buy a fucking loadout.
Yeah. And you just like laser people with your like multiplayer, like 500-hour loadout, max level M4,
Yeah,
max
I
level
thought loadout drops were a little
AX50.
weird as a as an
I
option.
actually sort of surprised they made it as cheap as it was.
Yeah, it's only like $6,500 in game. So that's like
Nothing.
it's I wouldn't say it's nothing, but like that's about maybe 10
Affordable.
minutes. 10 minutes of effort tops. Because like these battle royale games are the Warzone battle royale games are pretty lengthy just because like there's so many ways for people to come back into
And
the
there's
game.
150
So
players
yeah, and there's 150 players.
plus
So I'd
75 at
gather
respawn.
I'd gather it takes at least around 30 minutes if you're like surviving to the top 10 squads.
I'm curious what the
more or
numbers will
less.
be because I know Fortnite had that whole like one in every 7 games you get 1 kill kind of thing. I wonder what that number's
Really?
gonna be for Call of Duty. That was like
That's depressing.
that's why they made mechs apparently. Like that was the
I
definition
think
for why
that's
they made
just
mechs.
because of
Sounds
how
like
many
me.
people play.
Probably, but like I'm
How many
curious to see what that
children play?
metric. I'm curious what that
Okay,
metric
yeah,
is for
that's probably
Warzone.
it.
But yeah, I guess we can also briefly mention sort of its Twitch popularity. It's been, I would say, dominating Twitch for the most part.
Aren't they
honestly.
paying
New.
people to play it?
Yeah, so that's
For
probably
exposure?
yeah, that's probably it
Well,
right now.
initially, and there's a anyone with COD partner is probably no,
Is
not
being
probably,
paid.
literally being
yeah.
paid to promote it. But anyone that does not have COD partner in their stream title, I'm pretty sure are just playing of their own,
Volition.
free will. Yeah, volition.
And
they're
so
just
the
playing.
reason I bring this up is because I saw some posts or messages or comments that kind of got me shaking a little.
Yeah, would you like to read them for those that are
Oh, yeah.
listen only?
here we
Our
go.
listen only viewers.
The reason it's dominating Twitch right now is because streamers are getting paid to play and stream it. They'll slowly go back to Fortnite because, well, it's more fun. At the moment, it lacks the fun aspect Fortnite has. Secondly, a 150-player lobby is too much and it never gets filled. Long waiting times until you get started. If they can nail the fun aspect, then I think they could finally compete with
Drop
Fortnite.
the virgin, boys.
Because the
I can't
game
believe
itself
he's
is
an
one of the
AVG.
best COD of recent years, if not top 3 ever. Alright, I'm done.
Yeah, so I
what
don't
the
know.
fun aspect is supposed to be.
Yeah, that one threw me off
It's
a little.
extremely subjective. So whatever he
Are they
she
talking about like
believes-
the goofy atmosphere or something?
Yeah, maybe it's the cartoonish part of Fortnite that he thinks is fun.
Well,
I
it's
don't
in
know.
quotes. The fun is in quotes. So I don't know. We can like, talk about it the entire time. But like, I don't know. I guess it's the cartoony, the carefree attitude it takes in terms of art style.
But then this is COD, so that would be really weird.
Could you imagine COD in the style of Fortnite? It'd just be people just running around.
That's a little whack, bro.
Yeah. Just fucking going fucking monk ass Sonic Hedgehog speeds, and just going like
Fun aspect.
yeah, I don't know the fun aspect one really threw me off. I was just like, oh, if it's not Fortnite, it can't be fun.
Well, also, I think they're mistaking the target market of battle or the battle royale mode in Warzone for the same as Fortnite. I would say there is overlap, but I wouldn't say it's the same market, right? Like,
I think
pretty sure
Fortnite's like a lot more
lower
Children.
age
towards
range.
kids. Yeah, pretty much
You can say
towards
children
kids.
on Twitch. Oh yeah, so because what's it called, like, was there a lot of overlap between PUBG and Fortnite?
Yeah,
Not really, I think.
not totally, but I think it's just because for streamer wise, it would have been smart to switch over to Fortnite only because
Yeah,
it's
more people
more
watched it.
popular.
And then Apex
Like it's
came
more
out. And
it's like a
tried to
self-fulfilling
compete.
prophecy. Fortnite just got popular because it was popular, and then everybody switched over to it just because it was the smart thing to do.
Yeah, and then
And
you get
then
clips like what Summit said was just going like, there's got to be a way to
Beholden
play
to the
Twitch
whims of the masses.
without having to fucking play Fortnite every fucking game.
yeah, like Summit was like just mauling over having to play Fortnite because he just didn't like it or something.
Yeah.
Or like he didn't like the game. He didn't like to play it, but he said he liked it as a game. So I mean,
Interesting.
Yeah, really
Yeah.
getting full of that fun aspect.
but yeah, like I'm pretty sure Warzone is battle royale mode is targeted more towards like Apex players and PUBG players,
Mm-hmm.
Sounds right.
This is
or H1Z1 if that game's still
so
relevant.
does
but,
it being free to play ever take away from like the regular FPS markets like CS:GO or Rainbow Six?
well,
doubt it.
CS:GO is free to play.
But like the different
Hey
styles.
man, when your lobbies are 150, I think you need as many cannon
People.
fodder
Well, it
people
is
to
also
Yeah.
farm as you
crossplay.
can get.
It's also crossplay.
And it's
though.
crossplay, and you need crossplay. Like
Yeah.
I think I think one good thing to look at is they tested the waters by using ground war and having it be crossplay only, because you can't not do crossplay on ground war, which is
There's not
the
enough people.
was it 64 player mode, I
Yeah, I
think,
think so. Yeah,
32 v
64.
32,
Yeah.
something like that.
Sounds
I don't
right.
remember because I don't play much, but yeah, and but yeah, in the 150 players is doable. I don't know what world or what server this dude's playing on, but yeah, 150 players is like not hard.
Yeah, we
The
usually get in
freaking
like
lobbies fill in
we
instantly.
get in like minutes, like
Maybe he's
less
playing
than 10.
from fucking OCE.
I didn't bother looking him up, so I'm not gonna.
He's probably fucking Australian.
Oh wait,
Australians
how's
always
Battlefield
complain
doing?
about dead queues.
Like, didn't Battlefield come out with like a fucking battle royale
What?
mode too? The Firestorm?
It did.
Oh yeah, Battlefield has a battle royale mode, but
I did not even know this existed.
I was aware of it, but it's pretty dead in water. Like I don't know, people played it for a
CS:GO
bit.
also made one too.
It fizzled immediately out. Yeah, CS:GO made one that also fizzled out immediately. They just weren't well implemented. They were
Although the
like
mechanics of CS:GO, now that I
pet
think about it, are
projects.
also in Warzone, right? The whole getting money stuff. Not all of it,
Or-
obviously, but like,
oh, compared to CS:GO?
yeah, the CS:GO one had
Yeah,
like money
yeah.
mechanics.
Yes, yeah, I'm
well,
aware of that.
CS:GO always had money,
Yeah.
so
So yeah,
CS:GO is like the OG money shooting game.
But
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you were you able to get teammates back from the dead in the
I
CS:GO?
have no idea. I never played it, so that yeah. But yeah, I guess I don't know. So how long do you think it can stay on the top of Twitch then? For it's been what, like a week since it's been out? Maybe 2? Week and a half?
What was the question?
How long do you think
how
it'll
long
stay on
it'll
top of
stay
Twitch?
on Twitch?
Because usually,
What?
usually
The
shooter
COD?
games like this hasn't. I feel like any game that's able to beat just chatting consistently, like, has pretty
Ooh,
good
that's the
lasting
benchmark
power.
now.
That is it's the benchmark now.
That is the benchmark.
Oh,
it's
probably
because-
a month or something, I think.
It's because like just chatting's the section where it's like playing games or everyone else, which is just chatting.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're on Top
Pretty
Chosen
much.
Podcast because I don't like to abuse children. Oh no, I don't even know.
What?
That's not the right word. Hold up, that's not the right term. No,
That didn't come out right.
yeah. I don't like to abuse idiots. There we go.
You mean take advantage of?
Sure, we'll go with that one.
Assault,
Yeah.
enslave.
That's not right.
But yeah, like I don't know. For the most part, though, it's pretty fun. If you haven't played it, I'd recommend it.
At least the
Play
plunder mode.
plunder.
But Plunder is way. Yeah, you guys wanna make the argument for Plunder?
Plunder.
Oh, there's no argument to be made for plunder. Plunder's just the better mode. I don't know what to tell you. Like, if you can just buy loadouts, might as well just play plunder where you spawn in with loadouts and unlimited spawns.
So you can actually play the
Like-
game for longer than.
Yeah, like CS:GO is the kind of game to, have one life only, but like you're playing Call of Duty, dude. Like, it's a meat grinder. Just like, throw your body at it.
True.
Who cares? Like, I hate having
True.
one life modes in Call of Duty.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like the fucking. You remember the live fire mode in Titanfall? That was so cancer.
Yep.
This TTK is like less than a second, and people learned how to fucking nade spawn at round start. They learned the arcs for it, so it was just like impossible to play the game.
How does time to kill feel for you guys in Warzone? Because it feels okay to me. Like, and I suck
It
at
honestly
FPS.
doesn't feel that much different.
From like regular
'cause-
COD.
Yeah, from regular COD, just because I don't know, like the time to kill is just low, like. Or also maybe it's just because I play on East Coast servers too much, and then like my bullets just feel like they take hella long to kill people anyways in normal multiplayer.
I actually like having the arm, like fighting with people in armor better.
It's like the argument that people have made before, where if you have more HP, it actually encourages or rewards players with good reflexes, because you get shot and you can react. So if you have good reflexes, you can actually usually win, even though other people shot first.
Skilled player.
So yeah, so CS:GO is just kind of like whoever can like see the first frame of someone else's body first, just like.
What? No,
Nah, it's
CS:GO
just
is,
the top of the head.
Yeah, CS:GO is fucking.
A
it's
different
pretty
kind of
epic.
skill set.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
different. But in
Oh,
normal
but-
COD, it's like no skill involved.
People still, I think people actually do aim for headshots in COD, but I don't know if it's like that big of a difference. I can see its benefits in Warzone a lot more, because like the health pool is larger, so the more headshots you can land, the quicker you can kill someone. But in regular
Bro, I can
multiplayer,
barely even hit the bodies.
just shoot them. Like, I don't know.
Just
Maybe people are trying too hard to get headshots.
Yeah,
like,
I guess headshot takes, I don't know, like one less bullet to kill someone if you hit a headshot.
yeah.
Okay, we can move on to the next topic here. Kind of a side point to it as well. With Warzone being free to play, the topic specifically is gameplay and monetization. What is the bare minimum for a free to play game to offer when it comes to, like, the amount of gameplay it provides, as well as how much it can monetize itself?
There is no minimum.
So
Look at
it's
cookie
whatever
clickers.
The
people
real
are willing to
question
play.
is, what's the maximum?
Woo!
yeah, so
Yeah,
so
that is the real
what
question.
what brought this up was I saw a post on a Discord I'm a part of, and I'll read it as a normal voice because I don't think this guy's stupid or anything. Logged into League for the first time in a while. New stat tracking for unique stuff per champ. Pretty cool. And then I see you have to pay to unlock the stat tracking. What the fuck?
You do?
Lame.
Holy
It's the
shit.
kind of feature that should be free IMO. And I saw that and I was like, no?
I
like-
agree. I
well,
actually agree.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe.
Me
But like,
too.
Yeah.
but
Alright, and here's
Dota-
what you do: don't buy it.
Go to OPGG, right?
There's
Yeah,
also third
what's it called?
party
Doesn't
stat
Dota-
tracking.
No, I think it's dumb because if third parties, if a third party like site already has it, you don't need to buy it. What's the
Yeah.
point of buying this?
This is just to show off and like flex in game, and good. Please monetize these people. I don't
So-
care about them. Please take their money.
Well, no, this
They're-
guy wants it to
I
be
don't
free.
like
Fucking
people
Papega.
flexing.
Same.
Like, this doesn't affect you. Like, if this was never in the game, you'd still play. Like, you never had this in the first place. What is the addition of this? Like,
Wait,
know,
what is
like,
the
and you have
stat
to pay for it.
tracking?
Who
It's
cares?
just
Like,
for you to look at your own stats, right?
I think
Yeah.
so. I don't actually know how it works.
I think maybe people can look at your profile and see it. So,
Oh,
you
well,
know,
yeah,
flex.
it's the stuff where it's like,
Oh,
oh,
and
you
you
have this
unlock
many
some
turrets
special-
destroyed and this
Well,
many...
like it for well, I guess the paid one on its stats that you wouldn't really be able. It's like stupid shit. Like how many times like Victor lands both parts of his E. It's like shit you won't find on op.gg, but shit you don't really like. It's not worth really
Yeah, that's
paying for unless
stupid
like
as
you're.
hell.
Yeah.
Why would you
It's
pay for
like-
such
Yeah,
a thing?
I don't know. Why would
I
you
don't know.
buy it?
People want to see
though?
it. Some people do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we just can't.
Really.
We personally can't see the value in it because
Can I
we
say? Can I say the c word?
depends. Can you spell out the first and last?
It starts with a cuc.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That's not a bad word, right?
I don't know, dude. You don't know anymore these days. Anyway,
Nah,
those
it's
people are
fine.
the real fucking cucks.
I mean, is it even worth monetizing this rather than just making it free?
If people want to buy, well, if people are willing to pay for it, then why not?
Well,
Isn't the offset like if you make it free, it makes the game look that much better? It makes you as a company look less greedy. It
yeah,
puts you
the
in a better
goodwill,
light.
I mean, there's a balance,
the
right?
goodwill,
Like, wait, because doesn't
player
Dota,
since
based
when has
goodwill.
Riot been known for making good business decisions?
because doesn't Dota also
Never.
do the same thing?
Or
with,
good public relations decisions for that matter.
Dota has these stats available to you like freely, I think. And then if you want them to analyze them for you, then you have to pay money.
Wait, so if you want to
Like,
I thought it came with like specific like tags. Like you had to like get the tag to showcase it or something like that.
Showcase
So
what?
because CS:GO
Like,
has stat track, which you have to like sort of unlock, and then like with
yeah, you have to pay. Those are like in crates or something.
Yeah, but
or
like
like
with Dota-
versions of guns. Versions of guns have stat track. Oh yeah. Oh, in that aspect, yeah, individual items have like stat track
Well, that's because it's
level
a pretty
stuff.
much a gun skin.
well no, but I mean in Dota doesn't that also exist as well?
Yeah,
Like
and Dota items like number of like XYZ landed, you know.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
probably where they got the idea, but they just fucked it up so hard that is unrecognizable
I
for
don't
a
think
second there.
I don't think it like fucked up per se. Like it's done its purpose.
I
Like,
mean, in Dota, it sort of makes sense. Like, if you're some kind of mercenary, whenever you kill people, you put a mark on your weapon or gun or whatever. It has that sort of feel in it. In Dota, in this, it's just like, what? You're making me pay to look at my stats?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like in Dota, you can like, look at your stats. Whether or not you can display it is a different thing, but like you can still look at it, I'm pretty sure. And then Dota Plus is the weird subscription thing where
Yeah.
they can analyze your
They're
statistics for
doing
you.
some like weird predictive shit for your games or something,
Yeah.
right?
Now that is like actually, yeah, something you could pay for. Like,
if you wanted like
I mean,
be super
it's
hardcore.
work is being done.
True.
They're actually doing
Service.
something with your stats. Not just like, oh, here you can actually look at it. Here you can take a peek at your stats.
This is how many
Oh.
times you last hit a minion?
Isn't that just farm?
Yeah.
I mean, there's already like some like of like low level amount of analysis in Dota stats too, like stuff like your gold per minute or what sort of roles you play the most.
Position 5.
They don't really track that kind of thing, but it's like support or like core or something like that, I think.
Position 5.
Position 5. But yeah, so I
Lord,
guess
bitch.
so piggybacking back off to the original question of like what is the essentially the bare minimum, or we can talk about the maximum too, if that's a better conversation to have.
Well, I think if you're doing the bare minimum to monetize your free-to-play game, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
The
People
bare
want
minimum
to be
means
taken
you
care
break even. Who are you gonna pay? You're gonna starve to death with no money.
So then what about like the expectation for a free to play game now to come out? Like
There were no expectations in the
yeah.
wasteland days. Do you remember all of those free-to-play games that came out back in 2009 and like 2010? Like,
always
oh my goodness.
Monetize the hell out of everything and see what sticks.
Yeah, and then you just like yoink some quick cash and then like get the hell out. Shut
Dude,
your
it's like a
servers
scam
down.
market, dude. Legit.
That's
frickin'
kind of what
scam
like
market.
mobile games are kind of now then, huh?
Also a scam market. Just saying.
Yeah. Okay. I guess there's not more we can expand on this topic
It's
then.
just like gacha and stuff for mobile games.
Yeah.
I mean, what kind of free-to-play games are you talking about?
Just free to play games in general. Just like any game that's free to play, literally, and then like obviously those games need some sort of monetization. So I was just kind of curious, is like, we have that sentiment saying like, oh, the stat tracking stuff is pretty cool, should be free.
I think this the one that people are the most okay with probably is just cosmetics.
Yeah, for sure, cosmetics are like some balance between, oh, here's a skin you can get for free, or here's like a cheap skin, or here's like some really expensive fucking skins.
I mean, I don't think anyone would really go against skins. That's probably the most
Okay, so could we say that like
fair, I
customers at this
guess.
point now are slightly more spoiled in the sense of like, oh, like these features should be given to us for free?
Well,
no.
People
Okay.
No.
no.
Okay, let's
No,
see, we
no.
got a
They are
sentiment.
masochists. They will spend all their money on some loot boxes to see what they can get. They don't even have the ability to buy what they want anymore.
Also,
yeah.
like, its tools have evolved. It's getting a lot easier to implement things that might have been difficult to implement before. So I don't think people are in the wrong at all for expecting certain features to be baseline these days.
Yeah. Like, I think they've just been training people with those DLC days to, like, strip the game down. Now, okay, so back then there was DLC. Now most of these companies that used to implement DLCs are, like, evolving. They are, like, they're going into the next gen. So, okay, so basically, before, right, they'd give you the base game and the DLC was already in the game. It's already on the disc. Why can't I access it? Oh, I don't know, because they locked it. That's what DLC was, the DLC days. They just like make you pay to play the game that you already bought. It's already on the disc, dude. Like, why can't I access it? Well, just pay up, now they've people have seen through it. Oh no, they've seen through our facade. Time to step it up, boys. Now they release a beta game and then they slowly finish
Live
development and release
service.
it as free content. Dude, that's so smart. Goodwill from the players, and we get to finish our game later. No way. Bare minimum a viable product for $60, dude. Look at that. What's that? Battle Pass? Wow, we can milk them seasonally? Whoa! Wow, with the
Microtransactions on
DLC,
a monthly schedule.
it's like a subscription, but it's not.
It's a subscription that they don't realize is a subscription.
Exactly. So, if anything, they're ahead of the game.
Doesn't League actually
Like,
have a battle pass now? Technically,
do they?
That was
I'm not
Miriam?
aware of it.
I think there's like premium tokens you can get if you have the pass, but I never actually bought the pass. I think Miriam might have, but I don't know if he's even here.
But yeah, so like every now and then they'll put out like these passes when they release new skins or some shit, and they have like events, and then if you buy the pass, it just makes it easier to get the tokens, and then you can buy more shit. And one of the things you get are like the prestige points, which you just buy like golden versions of skins.
Okay, yeah. So
Golden
it's
versions.
even more
still
scummy
need
than
to-
regular
you still
battle
need to
pass.
farm the coins to buy the skins.
Yeah, if it would just let you buy access.
Yeah, I mean you grind coins to, like buy shit out of a shop.
So they don't even give you the skins.
Nope. Doesn't
Sad.
sound like it.
They don't
I mean,
give it to you.
no,
They
like
give you
it's like different
access to
versions
them.
of the skins. So
Wow.
you do get the skin, you don't get the original one, I guess. It's just something separate.
The prestige version.
Oh, so what? You get the base one, but you have to farm for the upgraded version or something?
Yes.
Okay. That's more okay.
Oh,
More
not even that. You don't
accessible.
need to buy the skin to get the prestige one. They're separate skins, the same skin but different.
Wait, so what does buying the pass do exactly?
It gives you more quests. You can farm icons or something. It literally just makes it easier to get the points. It's like
Gotcha.
the biggest reason to buy it.
Ah,
Because
so it's
technically,
a
you don't
time
have to buy it to like grind it. You just have to,
Ooh,
play a
Warframe?
lot,
Any
like a lot
Warframes?
more.
monetizing on time. I see it. Mobile game strategies.
Well, they are making a mobile League of Legends. Wild Rift 1.
Yeah, Blitz. League of Legends Blitz.
Wait, what the fuck is
Console
Blitz?
and
What is
mobile
that one
exclusive.
about?
Yikes.
Wait, what the fuck is Blitz?
Is it not? Is that
No.
what it's called?
No, Wild Rift.
Wild Rift? Is that what it's called?
That's the mobile.
I was probably thinking of Smite Blitz.
Oh,
Look it up, boys.
Oh,
Smite
God.
Blitz.
no.
Look it up.
Not like this.
What a sponsor.
Tactical mobile game.
Tactical, by the way.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
So I guess for the most part, we didn't really get to a conclusion on this topic, honestly. It's just sort of like free-to-play games will monetize whatever the hell they feel like. And
Yeah, and it's just up to the people, you know.
the market will decide what is the bare
The
minimum.
market will decide. Yep.
Alright.
Hey man, Path of Exile's pretty good about monetizing things, even though
Yep.
some people complain about the
Stash
the
tab.
stash stuff. Probably, yeah.
Alright. And actually, we're going to talk about the last topic here, which is kind of still relevant to the previous topic. So, Valorant's going to have, according to reports, it has 5 characters that are going to be behind a paywall. You have to pay to play them. So, pretty much like Apex, almost. I don't know if you can grind to get them, but
Wait,
they're going to be 5 characters that will not be available to everyone immediately.
Then there's nothing wrong if that's the case. But if it's
Is it-
like buy only, then yeah, I can see some sort of problem, and
Isn't
that's
this
probably
just
a poor
like how
business
League
decision.
is though? They just have like everyone's locked until you buy them.
Well, yeah,
that's
but
kinda true.
what the report, or at least what Anthony's saying here, implies that the report is saying that the only way to get them is to buy.
Yeah, okay, to be fair, I
With
didn't
money.
read the full report, so I might be doing some really bad reporting.
Ooh, fake.
Ooh.
Yeah.
fake,
This isn't fake.
wrong.
Disinformation.
Yeah, so I'm not trying to spread misinformation here. I don't know if it is exactly only behind a paywall, but
Well,
it's,
then now's the time. Let's hear that keyboard. Clackety clackety clack.
Jamie, can you pull it up?
Yeah, can you pull it up on stream?
computer.
Computer.
This is
Okay, on that
Who's gonna
case.
play Valorant? Raise your hands.
I'll try it.
Ew.
It was-
Here,
it's
right
free
here.
to play,
Dude,
right?
it's
So I'll try
free.
it.
It's free, dude. Okay, as long as it's not 100 gigabytes, I'll try it. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking at you, Call of Duty Warzone. It's 100 gigabytes.
You still
Okay.
tried that?
Okay, here
Well,
it is.
it's because I had the game installed already. You know, it was just a 50 gig patch, 50 gigs.
Just
Then I
50 gigs.
mandatory, Jack. I can't not play the game unless
Yikes.
unless I patch.
Alright,
Speaking of 50 gigs,
I have the
anyone wanna
I
play
have the exact
Divinity?
article here. It says,
Alright.
essentially 5 characters are reportedly locked behind a paywall. You can either use real money for the agent of your choice, or put in enough time to recruit them to your roster.
That is
Okay.
that is literally the misuse of the word paywall. That is not what a paywall is.
And
At least in my definitions of it. Like a paywall would literally mean you can only get it. No, I'm not saying you're misusing it here. I'm saying the reporter or game journo
Ooh,
is
journos.
absolutely mischaracterizing what paywall is
Behind a
in my
paywall.
definition of it.
It
Like
should be, okay,
paywall
fine,
should
five-
be used for like literally no other way of getting the character by other than paying with money
Here,
in your
this
wallet.
this would be the
Yeah,
more
that's the definition of
appropriate.
like a wall, right?
Yeah.
Build the paywall.
Yeah, but if it's like, just like League, just like every other free to play game, Apex Legends, League of Legends, like just I
Rocket
have
Legend-
to, spend a little bit of time to unlock the character for free via in-game currency. Okay, sure, like I'm playing the game anyways. Give me something to work towards, like unless it gets a little bit predatory when we look at Rainbow
Like
Six Siege.
10,000 hours
Um,
for
Rainbow Six. I'm looking at you, buddy.
Wait, what about
Gonna
Battlefront
bring-
2 when they first came out?
Oh, and
And
Battlefront 2 EA.
Loot box-based progression.
Loot box based progression is the worst kind of progression.
I remember I did the math like years ago, for how much time on average it would take you to earn enough IP to buy like a 6300 IP champion,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Mhm.
And it was roughly equivalent to a full work week. It was like 38 hours of
Holy
playing
shit.
or something like that.
Well,
So
did you
every
account
time
for,
you
like-
fucking buy one of those champions, you could have had a full work week right there.
Damn, I have every
Yeah.
champion in League.
You know, but here's the thing though, it's like you're playing the game already, so like it's I guess the value, the
Don't you
the
know?
cost, value, cost, price, cost, whatever comparison you want to look at is a little different because
Don't you
like
know my
Yeah.
full-time job
that
is
time
playing
that
League of
time
Legends?
spent is like not work.
Well,
It's like,
hopefully you're enjoying the game at the same
Ooh.
time.
Yeah.
oh,
Hopefully.
okay, can't say that for a lot of people, but
Malding. Why do we play COD?
justice suffer.
It's true.
All right.
But yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
So
just a quick
okay,
topic I had.
what I feel about this, it's not a paywall. That's how I feel, and okay,
Because it's
just
not
like
a
every
paywall.
other- yeah, it's just like every other free to play game.
All right.
Okay, they're not doing anything wrong yet.
Yeah.
I think
I've
they
got
already
my
did
eye on
something
you.
Well,
wrong.
I think
by
they mentioned
making
it's going to
this
be a battle
game.
pass. They mentioned it's going to be a battle pass system as well.
That's not wrong.
Yeah.
That's
And-
smart.
The game's wrong.
I
Who's
mean, a battle
playing
pass should
this,
just be something
man?
that rewards you for playing the game enough.
Counter-Strike, Overwatch? What is this?
Counter-Strike watch.
Overstrike.
Man,
Okay.
we're marketing geniuses.
We are. Wow, no way.
All right, we move on to the very last topic here, and this is one that I think Max is probably wanted to. Well, he had
Did
suggestions for.
What does that mean?
Initially, this is your suggestion, so I added it in. The question being, who are frequent updates in video games for? This is kind of a piggyback off of last episode or episode before that.
Who are they for?
Yeah. So,
Nobody, because it's not good.
well, no, so clearly
Who,
games
any
update.
truers?
There are games that update like frequently. We'll use League as an obvious example. They did a huge amount of balance changes every 2 weeks, or not even huge, but like consistently keep changing the game every 2 weeks.
It was even crazier before.
Yeah. So like, why? Like at this
Season
point
4,
now.
2-week patch splits. Yikes.
Yeah. So the question being like, who are those for? Like,
Who are these for? I don't know. For fucking the game
Therefore,
designers'
the
egos.
designers themselves.
Yeah. Like, no player wants this. Literally no player. New players? Nope. Casual players? Nope. Hardcore players? Nope. Veterans? Nope. Nobody wants that shit. Literally nobody.
So here.
Wait, no. I lie. The Rito certified fellatio experts want that.
Jesus.
But
yes,
they don't
men.
count.
The Reddit mods. Okay,
Yeah,
anyways.
They don't count.
But like there have been some arguments to say, or like I guess from a business standpoint, I want to say there are probably some arguments for frequent updates because it's like trying to recapture those who have already left the game. They're like, oh, look at all these cool new things they're adding, dude. Do you want to check this out, man?
It only
And then-
works if they're cool.
Yes, but and then also one could argue that these updates are meant to keep the game fresh, oh yeah,
That's what the
fresh.
fucking Rito mods always say, man. It's not
Ooh, you know
fresh. It's like, it's
Incomprehensible.
Dude,
yeah,
no.
it's just painful.
It's laborious to keep
I guess
up.
because the thing is,
It really
yeah, the
is.
game technically changed. Things are different, but it didn't change enough to be something that's like actually new.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess you're like shuffling things
It's
around.
just change for the sake of change.
Maybe
Which
I
I
buy
think-
some different items here and there.
I think actually that was one of their freaking designers. He was like, "Yep, that was our goal. Changing for the sake of change because we think change is inherently good."
I mean, I'm still gonna use what's it called? Certainly T's quote being, "I don't make champions that are balanced. I make champions that are meant to break the game." And I'm just like, then don't be a champion designer. What the fuck?
Yeah,
So-
I don't know. Why would you do that?
Actually, now I
I
think
got-
about it.
Why
Some
not just
more.
make a champion who can't die and kills everyone in one hit? Isn't that broken?
Ah, Tryndamere, I see it. They're all quite observant.
Well, let's extend the duration of his ulti into infinity, though.
Yeah,
Permanent, never die.
Okay, but like upon further thinking, like yeah, I personally don't feel like frequent updates work as intended, but I feel like the once a season large patches or like one of those big changes every like for per se Path Exiles
I
big
think
changes every 13 weeks, those are like good because those are the things that keep things fresh, like well thought out balance changes and
Yeah.
like large updates,
I would
like
agree.
something for
I
you to
think if
sit
you add
down and
new
read.
content, right, then that's good.
Yeah, like adding content, but Path of Exile changed a lot of existing content too,
I
you
guess
know.
yeah, just for balance purposes, yeah.
But like yeah, it's like some like make me come by and read it once every 3 months. Don't make me come by and read it once every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like, it's like social, sort of like social media, dude. Like I don't want like my game updates to be like social media to like notify me that
Ooh,
there's a new update again.
that's a big
Like
yikes.
I don't want to see the little notification for it. Like just do it once in a while, like
Agreed.
and
Agreed.
in more meaningful and well thought out episodes, like yeah.
I think really how updates should be done is you should let them sit until like people get used to them and pretty much like I guess discover all there is to discover about whatever is in the game currently, and then you introduce some new stuff.
Mm.
With exception of like extremely broken things, like stuff that you clearly did not intend, like some like
Oh,
game
Yeah, but that's like
breaking
hot
builds.
fixing.
yeah.
Yeah, that's like
Yeah.
the hot fix stuff, with exceptions to those is what I was saying.
Okay.
But yeah, so all in agreement that these frequent updates are for nobody. Say I.
Except for the designer's egos. I
Yeah. I mean, this is really just about League, though. I think,
I
right?
think other games that have done a similar model have suffered from similar problems.
Really? I feel like I don't know of any games that update as much. Mostly it's like they're dead as hell and no updates.
Phew. That's because
True.
we play good games, Daryl, and all the good games always die.
Feels bad.
All right.
The gaming god takes those he loveth best soonest.
All right, we're about approaching an hour now, so we're gonna end it there. That's gonna be the end of today's Spur of the Moment. Thank you all for joining me, as well as those of you listening and/or possibly watching. I don't know why you would watch this. This is somewhat better production quality. I've added pictures this time, but it's
Wow.
mostly a black screen. But yeah, thank you for watching. For those of you watching on YouTube, feel free to like and subscribe, as well as leave comments down below.
Stare
Speaking
into
of
the Giga Chad, and the Giga Chad will stare back at you.
speaking of which, we actually did get one comment, which was actually a spam comment, but I wanted to highlight it because I wanted to say, fuck you. Loving the
We
content.
got a
Looking
spam
forward to
comment?
seeing
Wait,
more
what does
from
it say?
you. By the way, I think you should take
It's
a look
really-
at SM Zeus. It's a handy tool to have when you're trying to grow your social media, YouTube videos,
Oh, so
website,
it's an ad.
etc.
Oh,
pretty much.
it's
Hashtag
an ad.
bot.
But just
It's a
fuck
bot.
you. So, I'm just...
All right, plug time. Where are the plugs?
You
Any
have any reason to
pluggers?
plug these. Yeah,
Why
so-
not?
All right, cool. So if you
Who
want to watch
knows?
these, Spur of the Moments live, you can go to twitch.tv/KurzYoi. Same name as the one you can kind of see flashing green. That's not Give Me Your Money because his mic is always on apparently.
Now, don't forget to
It's,
check me out on YouTube, boy. Youngins, youtube.com/Maxis Prime. I don't actually know if that's my... I
Yeah,
don't
it
actually
is.
know. Just look me up, guys. Just look me up.
Oof.
And don't forget, hashtag Spur of the Moment
With 2 R's. Just
with 2 R's.
just because.
I used to think that's how Spur was actually spelled.
Yeah,
It doesn't look wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So that'll be all. Thank you guys, and see you guys
Bye.
next time.
See ya.